Sandy Toomer was born and raised in Birmingham, and his wife Trish is a West Virginia native. After nearly a decade serving overseas as missionaries, the Toomers came back to the States in 2002.
And they settled in the Auburn-Opelika area because they knew people from a local church who had supported their missions. And in 2004, to help send their 2 children to college, they started Toomer's Coffee.
They've turned it into an extremely successful business. There's just one thing locals have to remember. Toomer's Coffee is not located at Toomer's Corner. Thanks to the famous drugstore at the corner of College Street and Magnolia Avenue, the name Toomer's is synonymous with Auburn. But in neighboring Opelika, the buzz is all about Toomer's Coffee, owned by Sandy and Trish Toomer. And no, there's no relation.
We get asked all the time, are you related? And I'll go, it's so distant. It's like across the pond, you know, in another century. So we are the coffee, not the corner. But we do love the whole community here.
Now, when people say, I'm going to have somebody meet me here, they tell somebody, meet me at Toomer's. And they'll go, Toomer's Corner or Toomer's Coffee. So we've kind of found our niche. Everybody knows we're here.
Toomer's Coffee has moved and morphed a few times since opening. They now offer a grab-and-go coffee bar with a shop featuring bags of coffee, of course, and a line of Aunt Trish's mixes, inspired by Trish's love of baking. But the majority of their business is wholesale beans roasted by Sandy himself. Before roasting, coffee beans could be confused for lentils. Roasting time and temperature are important, but having a roaster who can rely on senses of smell, sight, and sound is paramount.
It's a real craft. It's not something you just watch a YouTube video and become great at. You got to do it for 15, 16 years.
With an infrared roaster, the 30-plus coffees offered by Toomer's are all low acid, which makes it an even bigger hit with customers.
We sell to all 50 states now. We have a saying, everybody drinks coffee or they know somebody who drinks coffee. Coffee is the most heavily traded commodity in the world, even more so than oil.
Coffee is a second career for the Toomers, who previously worked as missionaries in Ecuador. In part through their Coffee for Missions brand, the couple still supports missions and ministries. And even though their daily work has changed, they still do what they do in word and deed unto the Lord.
Everything we do, we're not trying to impress anybody. We're just trying to do the best we can because of who we serve.
All of my family loved coffee before we even got into it. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we look at each other and say, it's time for a cup of coffee. It's a time to encourage each other and to talk about what's going on in your life and how can I help. Maybe somebody is struggling through something, and whether it's through the Word of God or through conversation, that somehow coffee makes it easy to open up, you know, when you're sipping a good cup of coffee.
Sandy told us they've seen a huge increase in business since the pandemic, but aside from hiring a couple seasonal workers, Sandy and Trish do everything for the business right there in that 1,500 square foot building in Opelika.
And that includes all the packing and shipping for online orders. And even though it's just the 2 of them, they get your orders shipped out and to your door in just 2 days.
To try Toomer's Coffee, their shop is open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4, or you can order online at toomerscoffee.com.